Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Pitch Perfect podcast where we talk about everything college soccer. I'm your host, Amanda Closell, and today I'm here with Zoe May and Becca Stoeckmann on today's episode. How are you guys doing today?
So good.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited. We have so many stories together and experiences that I want to share. So, Zoe, you're from Ontario and Stecky's from Wisconsin, and we all ended up together at the amazing University of Memphis. And you guys are both a year older than me, so you came a semester before me, then I came that spring. So I just want to know, like, how did you guys hear about Memphis coming from Wisconsin and Ontario?
Yeah, so my experience was kind of like weird in a way. It wasn't like the classical, like, go on a visit, like, take time to decide. So initially, I was committed to the University of like, UBC, which is in Canada.
Hey,
And
that's where I'm from. Yes.
there you go. And then I ended up decommitting there because my dream was always to go to the States to play soccer. And so once I committed to UBC, like, I just had this feeling that, like, I kind of gave up on that dream, to be honest. So then I ended up, like, within, like, 2 months decommitting and committing to Memphis because, like, Memphis is known, for, like, getting Canadians and just international, like, students. So they took an interest in me. So I never visited or anything, and I ended up just committing. And then
Wow.
and then we had to report like July 1st around. So I drove down with my mom, like, over 20-hour drive, all my stuff, and that was the first time I saw Memphis, which was like kind of a shock because Memphis is definitely a unique place.
Tell us, what was it like going down there for the first time?
It was honestly so nerve-wracking. Like, just like
I bet.
driving over the border to America, I was like, what am I doing? Like, oh no. Not knowing any of the girls, never have met the coaches. Like, I was kind of like, what am I even doing? Like, this is crazy. And then going into the city, my mom, like, was freaking out. When she saw Memphis, she was like, so I can't leave you here. Like, she was kind of panicking.
No, that's actually crazy. My mom was doing the same thing.
Yes.
Really?
Literally, my mom was like, I can't leave you here. And I was like, it's okay. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I signed. Like, I'm stuck here.
Like,
So
it's a bit too late for that.
literally, I was like, well, like, I'm here for at least a semester. So it was definitely shocking, but I was kind of calm about it because I was like, there's other Canadians. Like, it has to be okay. I have to be okay, And so, yeah, it was just like a shock, just like so different of a place than where I'm from. But then once I met the girls, like, it all kind of was okay. I found open. So yeah, that was like, and then we started preseason and we were off just quickly.
Yeah. Because preseason would have started like the next day, right? If you drove down July 1st?
Yeah, like, I graduated. I walked across the stage June 30th from high school, and I left the next day to Memphis.
That's great.
Like, it was a whirlwind of a summer. So.
Wow. Yeah, because Stecky, I know in America, you guys graduate in like May, right?
Well, I did June 13th, so I didn't have a very long summer either. Just
okay.
3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. And what was your experience like?
I committed the summer of my junior year after one of my old previous coaches knew Brooks personally. So then I was invited down to their ID camp. I tore my ACL at that ID camp.
It was at the ID camp?
Yes, at the ID camp. I tore it.
No.
And my meniscus, so that was like a super long recovery for me, but I ended up committing, and then all of my senior year of high school I spent rehabbing, getting ready for the preseason in July, and I was not ready whatsoever because I feel like nobody was. It was insane, literally insane.
For the running, you mean?
Yeah, for the running.
It was the thing I've ever experienced, and I never
that
again.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So,
Honestly,
Stecky, did you go on like a visit? Or was the ID camp the visit, essentially?
yeah, the ID camp was kind of like the visit, meeting the coaches. Johnny showed us everything.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then I played at the camp those 2 days during the weekend. And so
Okay.
it was honestly a good experience,
Yeah.
but like, same. My parents were kind of like, Becca, are you sure you want to go live in such a sketchy area? Like, we're from Hartford, Wisconsin. This is nothing that we're used to. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I was just so excited because, you know, like, such a amazing program. I wanted to be a part of it. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I feel like for me, it's definitely, like, the girls, like, oh my
Yes.
goodness. Like, there's
Yes.
honestly no team that was closer than us, especially, like, that fall where we went so far in the tournament, like, Sweet
Right.
16, beat
Right.
Notre Dame. Like, that team was, like, prime, and we were so close. Maybe because of the coaches, we were so close, like, we're all trauma bonded.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Trauma
Maybe.
bond.
We're like leaning on each other so much.
Exactly, exactly. Back to the preseason. So you both came at the same time in the fall. What was the first day like?
Zoe, I remember talking to you before the first day, and we were both like, okay, I don't know if we're ready for this or not. We watched the returners run because we didn't have our physicals until later that day. So we do you remember this, Zoe, when they ran
I
before?
remember, and they
Yeah.
were throwing, like, I remember Kimmy specifically, I love her. She was like running and she like went off to the side and was like throwing up. And I think we were all, oh no, like
We're all looking at each other like there's no way we're doing this.
Do you remember what the run was?
I don't
It was-
know. It was some long, maybe it was the 120s. They were
Yeah.
running
Oh.
120s.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Was
And
it
it was,
Victor at that point or
Yes.
not yet? It
No,
was no?
no.
oh
It
no,
Eric.
what was his name?
Eric.
Eric.
I never had Eric.
Yes, it was
Oh
Eric. Eric was the one who started calling me Gru. So I was like, oh, I hate this guy. Like, he's terrible. And then we actually got along pretty well. But oh my gosh, he was a hard ass. Like, actually.
like he either like was like nice to you or like if he didn't like you, like you were in for it. Like
Yeah, exactly. Oh. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
nothing nothing prepared me for Sebco. I know, Stecky, you have a story, or was it Shuttle, or both?
I have both, girl. I have both.
Okay, tell us those stories. Well, first of all, so we had 3 fitness tests at Memphis. I feel like I talk about this. I need to at least bring these up once every podcast episode because they're just like absurd. So we had Beep, Shuttle, and Sebco. So Seki, like, explain me those 3 and your experience with those, because
Okay.
I remember these stories.
All right. Imagine coming off of a 12-month ACL recovery. You're trying to be in your prime fitness. You're thinking, oh, wow, I can do this. I finally feel fit. Psych, I was the most unfit I have ever been in my entire life, trying to keep up with these incredible Division 1 athletes. Holy, I was literally in for it. So, what did we have first? Shuttle, probably?
I think I remember Shuttle specifically. Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Shuttle my sophomore year. Shuttle freshman year, I made the mistake of trying to keep up with legend Maya Jones on
No,
the first one.
no,
Gassed after the first one. Got
mistake
out
one.
after the 6th rep. Like, did not pass that. Maybe beep was first. I don't know. Beep test, I think I passed the first time. Shuttle, it took me like 2 tries to pass that. Sebco was the last test that we took, and by then I was like exhausted. I don't know how long we took in between tests. Like, how many days was that?
I remember with me, it was all in 1 week with like a day
was.
rest in
It was
between.
definitely all in 1 week. So
Same.
Sebco was last, and we woke up at like 5 in the morning to get ready, and we started running at 6:30. I was in the 3rd group. I was like already exhausted and like super high on adrenaline already because we were helping the girls ahead of us. And so, yeah, long story short, that 25-30 minute test, I'm running the last 2 down and backs. I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart rate is so high right now. I really couldn't think of anything other than like, I just need to finish this. Like, I'm dead tired. I don't think I had any feeling anywhere, not gonna lie, drenched in sweat, in grass, everything. I'm running dribbling back. And I remember like being at half, and Momo was like one of my teammates, and Momo was like, "Good job, Becca, you got this." That was the last thing I remembered. And I was like blacking out as I got to half. Apparently, I kept running. Zoe, you probably remember this. Apparently, I was like stumbling to the 18. I fainted face first. Kimmy and Tanya come grab me, pick me up underneath my arms, drag me across the finish line. And they counted it as
They counted it.
Yes.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus, and thank you, Kimmy and Tanya. They saved my life on that.
you were like
That was insane.
you were like at the 18-yard line and you just like collapsed. I remember watching this and everyone's like, no, like you were so close and you had like 5 left and they literally picked you up and you're like your feet were like dragging on the grass and they dragged you across and like the coaches had a little meeting after because they were like, are we gonna count
No
it?
way.
That and we were all like, if you don't pass her, like this girl literally fainted, giving her all, and they ended up, thank gosh, because like you literally worked so hard, but it was just like so surreal to like you so hard, you passed out, and you were so close. It was so fun.
I know.
Like,
I really didn't need to do all of that, but I wasn't about to run it again.
Hey,
Come
you made
on.
it. You made it. Zoe,
Yeah.
what was your experience like?
my experience like was a little different, like just in the fact that I like so beep test I passed like pretty good.
You're so naturally fit. Like I
Yeah.
can't even. Girl, you're so fit.
Yeah, it was kind of good in a sense, but shuttle my first time in freshman year I didn't pass the first time.
Oh.
And that was like really
I
tough
didn't know that. Wow.
because I've always like one of my strong suits was fitness.
Mhm.
Oh, but I think shuttle it was like yeah, just the buildup of the week. Like my legs weren't working. I don't know. It was just bad. So I didn't pass the first time, but I passed the second time. And then Sebco was just like, it was just like crazy. Like I passed, but it's just like there is no test like Sebco because you're just like drenched. There's grass in your face. Like,
And then you have burns when you're done from sliding.
yeah, you have like grass burns. Like it was just so chaotic. But it was like also like you bonded with your teammates so much then because you're all just dying and like just going through it. So yeah, it was good, but it was nothing like I'd ever done before.
Yeah, and it was so nice, like everyone came together to push each other. Cause I remember I did mine on a sprained ankle. Remember my ankle was sprained? And then oh, what is her name? Cayenne was like, "You're fine, just do it. Like you're fine." But I was not fine.
No.
So I did it on a
Remember
sprained
the
ankle. I was Yes.
the jumps over the hurdles. You have to do so many in however much time we had. Oh my gosh, I would like sprain my ankles just doing the jumps.
Yeah, it was insane. And another thing that was like a shock to my system too when I came in the spring was the types of drills and practices that we had, especially when we had like Stecky. Stecky and I are defenders, we're fullbacks, and Zoe is forward mid. You're like everywhere now. You were center back, you were midfield, you were forward. But now you're in a 6, right, Zoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But Stecky and I would have defense drills with Johnny when we would go and do our like unit training. And I remember one drill was just meant for slide tackling. So like the whole 45 minutes we were just slide tackling. He set up 2 poles with like tape in between the poles, and you had to in the mud, by the way. You had to pass the ball between the poles, slide under the tape in the mud, and then get up and get the ball. And he would like rate each tackle, like slide that you did. That was the most, I think, ridiculous drills that do you remember that, Stecky?
Was it the very first spring that you were there? Because I wasn't playing then. I tore my other ACL. Remember?
Yeah, I do. It might have I think we also did it in the fall though.
Okay, well, maybe. I just remember not ever defending in my life, never being an outside back, then having to conform to that.
You were a forward before, right?
I was a midfield forward, yeah.
So how did they decide like actually we're switching you to fullback?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much they just did.
What?
Yeah.
I was the same. I was playing like forward, and then they switched me to center back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, moving to the defender group, and they're like, okay, we're doing slide tackling, and I'm like, I've never slide tackled a day in my life. Like, what? And I didn't even know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's over it all.
And they don't teach you. They just say go, like
No,
slide.
because, like they're like you should know how to do it at this point,
Yeah.
which I understand that, but still, it's like, all right, you see me struggling here. I'm not doing it well.
Zoe, what was yours like with Jordan when you were a midfield?
Like when I was like more forward, like the forward group,
Yeah.
it was honestly really fun because all we would do is like shoot and just do like attacking stuff, which like is just fun. So it was good, but like it would get pretty intense because they're watching your every move, and like if you're not scoring, like they're gonna call you out. Like they don't care, you know. So it was like definitely like you felt the pressure, but it was fun. Like it was better than the defender group. I can't lie.
I got so jealous looking over and you guys were just shooting and here we are like doing we did long balls for like an hour. Like it was
Really?
insane. Would you say that was like one of the most like high pressure training environments you've trained in before?
100.
Like more cutthroat than anything. Like you felt like you could never make a mistake, and if you did, you're never gonna play. You know.
Like it was so much pressure. Like every move was like, am I doing it? It was high stress environment.
Yeah. Then at the end of my fall when I was there, so this was 2023, I think, there was 13 of us who transferred and like we all left at the same time. Like so many people left. So what was the kind of, and you guys had been there for 2 years at that point, I think, right?
Yeah, a year and a half.
Yeah. So what was the breaking point for you guys where you're like, I'm done with this. I need to get out of here?
Yeah. Well, for me, I felt it a little earlier. I just like never really felt like I had a role on the team. I mean, I never got minutes really coming off of injuries and then just like trying to bounce back for them. I was never good enough to play at that high level. So I knew that I wanted to play in college, and I'm like, what am I doing here where I feel like I don't add anything to the team besides being a good teammate, you know, like I just wanted to play a larger role. So at the end of the fall season, I was just so unhappy too, you know, like I just felt like I was placing my whole identity in soccer, and if I'm not playing at all, you know, like it's not fulfilling whatsoever. So I just knew I needed to make a change for like just my mental health. And and I found the portal, which was great, and it was the change that I needed. So I'm so glad that I did decide to leave when I did leave, because another semester there would have broken me. I know for a fact.
Yeah, and I think it felt comforting too to know that there was so many people else leaving too. Because if it was like just like 3 or 4, I don't know, it would be a bit more scarier. But there was so many people supporting each other, which I think was like a huge help.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
What about you, Zoe?
For me, it's kind of similar, but it was just like kind of the not mind games, but in a sense, like in my meetings, they'd usually be like, "Oh, you're like doing well, like you're so close," but then I felt like I would never really get the opportunity in games to like really show it. So I think that I was placing a lot of my identity in soccer, and I just felt like I wasn't having like fun really anymore. Like it was like a job. I'd wait like the whole day, so I'd finish practice, and then the whole day I'd be like thinking about the next practice and like preparing myself and being like, oh, like I have to do well next practice. Like it was just my life was soccer, and and I felt like I kind of lost the joy of it. So I think it was hard to make the decision because I felt like that next coming year there was a lot of like seniors leaving, and I was like, oh, this might be my chance to really like get a lot of minutes. But I think it was also just like, even if I got minutes, would I be happy here? Like, I don't think so. So, and like you said, like all of you guys leaving, like the people made the place. But if there's no people, like, why am I here? So, it was like the best decision. Honestly, I think about it often, like the best decision that I've had in my life to leave. Not dramatic, but it was.
I remember you especially were so nervous and like do I do this? Do I not do this? But Zoe, what was your experience like in the portal? Because like for me, it was so overwhelming. There's like
Mhm.
emails, and then there's obviously the stress of what if I don't find my place, or what if I do like this place and it turns out to be the exact same as it was here? I think that was my biggest fear. But yeah, Zoe, what was your experience like?
Yeah, so I was kind of the same. I was like really nervous, but once I entered it, I was just like, okay, this is my decision. Like, I'm with it. So I talked to like a few schools for sure. They're like texting you, emailing you. It is pretty overwhelming. But I ended up really kind of focusing in on Charlotte and UTSA. And initially, like, when like Coach Pittman, like my coach now, he reached out to me, I was like, no, I'm not going to Texas. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
because it's in the same conference as Memphis too.
yeah, they're in the
Yeah.
same conference. Both schools are in the same conference as Memphis. And I was like,
Oh,
I'm
that's
not going
right, yeah.
to like all this stuff. I wasn't even gonna go on my visit. Like I was really like set in my ways. But my dad was like, Zoe, like it's an official visit. Like they're gonna fly you out. Just go give it a shot. And so then once I got here, like it was just like the facilities were like, oh my gosh, and the coaches and everything. And so I came on my visit to UTSA and then flew back to Memphis. The next day I flew out to Charlotte. So it was like really crazy
Like
time.
right after the other, yeah.
And Charlotte was like also amazing. I mean, it's a beautiful place. Like the coaches are really nice, all this stuff. But I felt like at UTSA, like I could have more of the role that I was looking for. Like I could be more of a leader, like more impact, just like, and I really did like the coaches, and like I felt more valued here, to be honest. So, yeah, then like I ended up just calling them like I think like 2 days, 3 days before Christmas, and I was like, hey coach, like will you have me, like can I come here? And he was like really excited, and that's when I knew, like he texted me right after and he was like, we can't wait to have you, like all this stuff. And that's when I was like, wow, I finally feel like really valued, like I'm
Yeah,
not
like wanted.
wanted. And I didn't feel as wanted. So yeah, it was crazy, but like it was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you definitely made the right decision. Yeah.
I do think that. I think that every day. I'm like, I'm happy I came here. So
Yes. What about you, Stecky?
Um, I right away knew I wanted to go somewhere closer to home, so I reached out to a couple of schools, and other schools were emailing me, but they weren't anywhere near home. And then Green Bay ended up giving me an official visit as well, and like they just had everything that I needed. An hour and a half away from home, I would be an impact player, great scholarship, like everything that I needed. So I was just like, yeah, it makes sense. And then we did have a coaching switch after our last fall season last year. And now I love it 100 times more, which is crazy to say. And I am so insanely lucky now, like having the coaches that I have, because that was something that was a little bit, I mean, it was unknown. Like these new coaches coming in, who knows if they're gonna want everyone here. Like the girls were amazing. We got along so well. I was super, super worried that a new coaching staff would mean like they would like just sweep house. And obviously they didn't. And it
Good,
all
good.
worked out perfectly. And the community here is just like so, so amazing. And I was lucky enough to be named captain after everybody on our team voted anonymously, which is like a blessing. So I
Yes.
don't know. It's just, I think God's plan just really worked out for me, and it was just important for me to take a step back and really like let him lead me to where I needed to go. And it's just been so much more fulfilling, and I've seriously never been happier. So that'll
Oh,
be the story.
you guys, this is amazing to hear. Like, if anyone is thinking of transferring, I always say the grass is always greener on the other side. And I mean, you guys are to prove it. You both are captain. Zoe is captain as well on her team. And I mean, you both captain after your first spring of being there, right?
Hey,
Which
yes.
is which is also insane. Like that's only 3 months of getting to a new place, getting to know different girls. So I am so proud of you both. I just want to say you both are doing amazing.
Love.
Um Zoe, I wanted to ask you. So you mentioned you're in the same conference as Memphis and you went back there to play them in the fall. I watched your game because I'm like, Zoe, like I know she has so much fire in her right now. And I remember talking to you leading up to that game. Like I remember you saying yeah, if I'm ever tired doing a run, I just think of that game. I think of that time and I just push myself harder. So, what was it like going back to Memphis after, I mean, only a couple months or
Yeah.
more than that? Like, what did you say, 6 months?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, 6 months. So, what was that like going back there to play them?
It was really emotional, like, that time, just being back and, like, having so many memories there and, like, being on the pitch, like, starting on the pitch that I, like, was wanting to play on so bad at Memphis, like, it was definitely really, like, a lot of emotions, but it was also such a, like, full circle moment being, like, playing there and being just so happy, like, and it was cool, like, we did, like, media stuff being there, because there was like Luli and I who
Yeah.
both came from this. So we were doing like media, which was kind of cool. And this is like a funny story, but so I remember we were on the bus going like the day before the game. We went to the Memphis like practice field just to like play and like see the pitch and stuff. And we're pulling up to a light, and I was like telling the girls like talking about my time at Memphis, and I was like, oh, like I lived right over there down that street, and I used
Douglas. Oh
yes. And I used to bike to the facility like frequently.
Yeah.
your bike killed
Yeah.
me.
The bike, not the bike. And bike there, and there was always this guy in the wheelchair that would yell at me. Like I was just telling them all the stories, and we pull up to the light, and the guy on the corner in the wheelchair, and I was like, "This is
No.
like he's still there." And he was like, I was, and then everyone was laughing. So I was like, there he is. Like he used to yell at me every day. Like it was so funny.
That
But
is
like
crazy.
it's also funny because it was like some things never change. Like
Mhm.
like you may leave, but it's like the same things are like happening there. That also made me feel good that I'm like, oh, I've moved past this. Like, yeah. So it was cool. Like, unfortunately, we lost, but it was still like a pretty good game. We were like close to like
Yeah,
tying them.
it was only 1-0, right?
Yeah, it was only one
Yeah,
nil,
yeah.
so pretty good. And this year they're coming here, so we play them
Home turf advantage.
literally, and it's the day we play them Thursday, and senior day is on that Sunday. So my whole family's coming for senior day.
That's awesome.
No.
Everyone's
Oh,
gonna be there.
I'm gonna have my whole family in the stands. Like I literally can't wait to play them this year. I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
I have a feeling you guys will win this year.
Yeah, like we made vision boards, like our whole team did, and a huge thing on mine is just beat Memphis. I'm manifesting it.
So, Stecky, you have had so many injuries. You've had ACL twice
Yes, twice.
and then collarbone.
Yeah. And then just 2 months ago, actually, I had a meniscectomy and a cystectomy because I was playing on a torn meniscus for the past like year.
What?
Yeah, and they never like realized it, and I was just having pain, but obviously I was pushing through it because I thought it was just maybe a symptom of surgery, and that's just how my knee was going to be for the rest of my life. I don't know. And then yeah, I developed this like big cyst on the inside of my knee. So we got an MRI after last spring season. Turns out it was torn in two places.
Whoa.
Meniscus was. So they just removed part of my meniscus in those two places and then removed the cyst. And so I don't know, when I heard that I had a torn meniscus, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, when am I ever gonna get a break? Like,
Yeah.
do I just stop playing soccer? Like, this is terrible.
Right.
This is all I've ever just wanted to do. And I just want to say the Lord really brought me out of a very dark place and healed me. I'm literally playing after 2 months of recovery. I'm clear to go. I have no more pain. It's
That's
just like
amazing.
incredible. It's incredible, honestly, how healing God is.
Yeah.
If you just let him. So it's definitely made me into the person that I am today, all of these injuries. And if I want to say anything to anybody going through anything hard like injury, there comes an end to every suffering, and it's a matter of time, really. And if you really really love something, God's not going to necessarily take it away from you, but he's going to use whatever to help you become a better person. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's just how
You're
I felt.
Yeah, you're honestly, like, to me, so inspiring, like, through your faith, and I feel like with soccer, there's so many ups and downs, and
Yeah.
the one thing that is consistent is God. You just went on a crazy journey recently in the spring too, right?
Oh, UTC in
Yeah.
Colorado.
What? Tell us
Yes.
about that. What was it?
Okay, so that is a camp in Colorado with AIA. It's kind of like FCA, so Athletes in Action
Oh,
is
yeah.
a group. So AIA from all different colleges, from all NCAA levels. A bunch of colleges met in Colorado for this ultimate training camp, they call it, where you learn these 5 principles of how to like apply gospel to your sport, to your life, and how to just experience how the Lord works through sport. And it was amazing. I can't suggest it enough for people to go to it. It was just like a transformative experience, and it was so amazing to be with other athletes who have identified themselves as only athletes their whole lives. And it was just so cool to see everybody find fulfillment in the Lord and then have so much freedom playing their sports. Like I still have so many friends from the week-long camp that I went to too. So it was just so cool, and being in the mountains was amazing. We had worship every day and then just like listen to some speakers talk, and then we did labs where we applied these 5 principles to the labs, and it was really, really cool. And I just loved it so much, guys. Like it transformed me. It was so good.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds very transformative.
Yeah.
I honestly had no idea there was a thing,
Yeah,
like
I know.
a
I didn't hear
training
about
camp?
it
Wow.
till I came to Green Bay with AIA. So it was really, really cool.
How many people?
There was 200 some campers, I think. So it was big, but not. It's growing every single year.
Yeah.
So it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, Stecky. So proud of you. Okay, so you both well, how many extra years do you have because of your injuries? Are you gonna redshirt a couple?
I do have a red shirt. So right now I'm a redshirt junior.
Okay.
I could get a red shirt from my last collarbone injury because I only played a total of 6 games, and then I did it that 6th game. So I could potentially get one. They're working on it right now, which would be so nice for grad school. I could get all my grad school paid for.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be awesome. So
Yeah.
you're technically same class as me right now then?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, got it, got it.
Mhm.
And then Zoe, you're a senior,
No,
right?
yeah.
She's old, she's old.
That's so sad too.
So, do you have any goals, or do you know what's next for you? Are you also gonna stay the spring, or are you done after the fall?
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay the spring because I have to finish my courses. Because
Okay.
when I lost like credits and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, so I'm staying for the spring, and I'm honestly gonna try and use that time to like figure out what I want. Right now I want to see how the fall goes. Like if I'm loving soccer still, like I am now, like I think I want to try go pro. But I think I'm taking it kind of day by day. I know it'd be pretty cool. So yeah, a dream would be to go to Europe and play pro. But it is really hard. Like I do understand that it's not like I can just kind of get an agent and go. So it's something that if I really still love it at the end of the fall, I would like to do that. If not, I'll be here in the spring and then just go back to Canada
Mhm.
and figure it out, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's funny because I do really love it in Texas. Like I would consider staying, but it's like logistically like I don't know how I would stay sort of thing. So
What are you studying?
I'm studying exercise physiology.
So if the pro thing will work out, but if it doesn't, would you wanna do something in that field?
Yeah, I'd want to do something in that field ideally. But like I'm open to like PT. I could go to PT school if I want. I'm just not really sure. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of I'm going to my senior year and I'm like not really sure what I want to do. But at least I know I'm thinking like I know the field I want to be in. So
Mhm.
hopefully it all works out.
Yeah, it will work out, it will. And
Yeah.
do you have any goals for the fall season? Guys, I can't believe it's coming up in, like, Well, I mean, we start preseason in a week, and then I think our first like real game is in 23 days. So it's coming up so fast. So Zoe, what are your goals as a captain and as a leader? What do you want to accomplish this fall?
Yeah, I really this year I really want our team to make the conference tournament and go far in it. Last year we were like, so it was actually funny. Last year our last game we had to win, and Memphis had to beat Tulsa and we would make it. So we won our last game, and so we were like, oh, like Memphis just has to beat Tulsa, which we were like, okay, they're gonna do. Like Memphis is really good. They didn't beat Tulsa, so we didn't end up making it. And I was like,
No.
again, it's freaking this, like, right? So here though, I want us to make the conference tournament. I want us to go far. I really last year, our culture was good, but there was definitely some parts that could have been better. So as a leader, I definitely want like our team just to have closer relationships and just fun, because I think
Like
that was
more cohesive a bit.
exactly, yeah, that's the right word. So as a leader, I just really want to make sure, yeah, everyone's having fun. And personally, like obviously I hope it's my best season yet. It's my last one, so I have nothing to lose, just got to go for it.
Exactly.
Whatever like, but yeah, I really want to like help lead the team, and I feel grateful to be in this position. So
Yeah, that's awesome. And what about you, Stecky? What do you want to accomplish this year?
Oh my gosh, a lot of the same things as Zoe. We don't have our other captains named yet, but at the start of the season, we will get them. But everybody's on the same page. We need to make it to the conference tournament. We haven't done it in years. So this is the year to do it. We have all of the right people, the right coaches. Like, we're just so excited to finally start to play together. I mean, like last year, we won a total of 4 games together under the last coaches. So, like, we just want to be able to take it day by day and learn how to win together as a team and just try to make it as far as we can, really. So I don't know, I'm just super super excited. And the girls that we have this year, they're all so kind and willing to put themselves on the line for their teammates. So I'm just like, I'm so excited for it.
It sounds like it's your year, like you're healthy.
Yes, exactly.
It will be your year. I can feel it. Both of your guys' years.
And
And
you're ready, let's
oh
go.
yeah. We also are kind of like restarting as well. We had a lot of players graduate. I think probably 11 like key players too.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's kind of our coach calls it our like rebuilding year. So, yeah, we're also trying to find like our team culture and all that stuff. We have a lot of new freshmen. I mean, not as much as we had at Memphis. We had 11 freshmen coming every single year. So, not as much as that. But yeah. Okay, so I have one last question for you guys. So this is pitch perfect, right? So what has been your favorite pitch you've ever played on? And describe to me like the environment and like how you felt playing on that pitch.
I have one.
Becca,
Okay,
you go.
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
We played at Kansas State for preseason last year, and the pitch itself amazing. The temperature terrible. It was so hot, but it was so beautiful. Kansas State, the cats, the purple. Is that Kansas State? Wait, it is, right?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh my gosh, it was so nice. It kind of reminded me of Memphis's field, not gonna lie. Like
Like the grass.
grass built on sand, I think. Like, it was just so nice. They had so many of their home squad there too, like a whole frat student section yelling at our team, which that would be amazing if we were at home, obviously, but I really loved it. It was so fun.
The craziest environment that I've played in, like fans wise, was probably Virginia when my freshman year at Memphis. But pitch wise, I think this past spring we played Texas at Texas, and like the pitch was beautiful. I can't even explain. Like so in warm up, like we had to lie down to do our stretches, and it was like literally all of us were like, "Oh my god, it's like a bed!" Like it was just so cushy and pristine, and like the passes were just so smooth. So Texas, like pitch wise, was probably my favorite I've ever played on.
Did they get a lot of fans too? Or because
Well,
Their team is like huge. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl.
yeah.
We didn't get a ton of fans because it was like spring. But like it was also cool because my dad came. So it was nice having fans, you know, to like see after. And Rosa, like, I played with her a bit at home. So it was fun. I got
Rosa Malou, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
fun. I got to play against her and her parents were there. So it was nice. Like I had a lot of people I knew. But yeah, we got some fans, so it was good too. It was fun.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's another thing, like seeing people that you haven't seen in so long. So like Mimi, she's at Rhode Island and we play them every year. So like I saw Mimi. And then like when we went to Wisconsin for the NCAA tournament and Stecky pulled up. That was amazing. I hadn't seen you in like over a year. So and then Zoe and I went to New York. That was so much fun. But like those people at Memphis, I'll keep in touch with forever. Like they're true friends. So, do you guys have any last comments or any last things you want to say?
No, I just want to say thank you, Mandy, for inviting us on here. It's so fun.
It was so.
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining. I love you both so much. So,
Oh, I love you, Mandy.
okay, thank you for watching.